Hello, it's pre-algebra again. Today we're going to talk about multiplying fractions. Honestly, it is easier to multiply and divide fractions than it is to add and subtract them because you do not, repeat, you do not have to have a common denominator. They have to be in the same form though. You can't multiply a mixed number and an improper fraction or a proper fraction and a mixed number. You've got to you got to have them in the same form. So I'm going to read this example from the book. I'm on page 230. This is lesson 5.3. It says a postcard is 5.5 inches long and 3 3/4 inches wide. What is the area of this postcard? Okay, example 2, we're going to do multiplying of those numbers because area is length times width, right? So we'll just start with the difficult. Well, no, we won't. We're not. I'm changing my mind. And you see it right here. To multiply fractions, you can use the rule in the middle of page 230. Okay, the product of two or more fractions is equal to the product of the numerators divided by the product of the denominators. So if I've got two fractions, a over b times c over d, I'm going to go straight across and I'm going to multiply my numerators, a times c over b times d. Okay, you multiply straight across, numerators straight across, denominators. If there is any way that you can simplify AC over BD, then you should simplify. The other example is 3/4 times 5/8. So I'm going to multiply straight across, and this is going to give me 15 over 32. And I need to ask myself, can this fraction be simplified? It cannot. 5 and 3. 3 doesn't go into 32. 5 doesn't go into 32. So this is simplest form. You should always simplify your fractions to simplest form. Okay? We're going to talk about that postcard here in a minute, I promise. I know you're jonesing to know about it. Anyway, let's talk about example 1. Example 1A, -2/5, because you guys are always going to know about negative numbers and some alphabet. -2/5 times -2/3. What's the rule? A negative times a negative is a positive. So I know my answer is going to be positive. Okay? And I'm going to multiply my numerators and then my denominators. -2 times -2 is +4. 5 times 3 is 15. That's my answer. That's it. It's pretty simple to multiply fractions. Okay? Example 1B says -3/10 times 5/6. I multiply straight across and I get 15 over 60. But look, I've got a negative number times a positive number. So that means that it's negative. And 15 is a factor of 60. So I am able to simplify this. I'm going to start by dividing by 5 to see where I get. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 60 divided by 5 is 12. Oh, look at that. 3 goes into 12, so I can simplify this even further. I'm going to divide it by 3. I've still got a -1 over 4. My final answer is -1/4. Okay? You still have to pay attention to the signs, and you still have to simplify these fractions, okay? I'm going to pause this for a second.